guys, how you doing tonight? So, how many of you know that Pampered Chef has their own little cookbook that they release in the spring, summer, and in the fall, winter? It's called Season's Best. And now I have 4 of these little cookbooks that I will give away to the first 4 people that book a party. And so, in this cookbook, I am making tonight the very first recipe, which is the veggie and ricotta flatbread. I have already done the crescent rolls that are used as the base. They have been baked for 6 minutes at 425 in the stone pan, the stone bar pan. And so next we're going to prep the filling and the veggies. And so I've got my mandolin, my Rapid Prep mandolin out. And I do need to look at the recipe. We're going to do, it says carrot sliced on number thickness 1. And so I've already got it set to that. So we'll get our carrots sliced up. Now this recipe, it calls for only the carrots and a red bell pepper, but I like things a little bit different. So I am also going to use a yellow bell pepper and some leeks that I already had sliced in the refrigerator. Let's get this carrot a little bit closer to the size of the other ones. If all your food is the same size, it slices much easier. See that? And then for the bell pepper, that needs to be on thickness number 3. So I'm using some yellow bell pepper. This way I've got a nice colorful dish going on. And some red bell pepper. Now all the bell peppers, the red bell pepper is my favorite. So there we go. Our veggies are all cut up. Move this out of the way. And then we need to make the rest of the filling. I should have opened this before starting the video. Bad part of my mise en place, but I had it mostly done. So it calls for 1 cup of ricotta. So measure it here into my measure-all. I love the measure-alls. Does anybody have these measure-alls yet? They are great. And if we go a little over a cup, that's okay, because I also love ricotta. I'm going to go over a cup. But you see how it measures a cup? And then you just squeeze it right in. Sometimes you have to scrape it off, other times don't. Now if you were doing something that was liquid, you would turn it over and you would measure it this way. So we've got 1 cup of ricotta. And we need to mix some of the herb and garlic and herb rub. And that has garlic, onion, salt, tomato granules, yeast extract, parsley, rosemary, sage, basil, black pepper, and then stuff to help it from caking up. So it is 1.5 teaspoons of that. And I'm using my adjustable measuring spoon. This is the one that goes up to a tablespoon, but it does do 1.5. So there we go. We got 1.5 there. And we also need 1 egg. I don't think it'll crack on that silicone mixing bowl or prep bowl. This is our silicone prep bowl. And I'm going to use my little whisk right here. Just whisk that up. Smells good, but I love garlic, so move some things around. The curse of having that small little kitchen. So we're going to put our veggies into a bowl. I'm using the classic batter bowl right here so we can get the oil on the veggies and the salt on the veggies. And I'm also going to add some leeks. I had some leeks in my refrigerator that I had sliced up and need something to use them for, so why not add a few to this? Give it, that way we got some green color going on too. If you have never used leeks before, when you slice them up, you do need to soak them in water and try to separate the rings as much as possible because there is a lot of dirt in leeks. So make sure that you clean them very well if you're using leeks. All right, so we've got that, and we need 1 teaspoon of olive oil. So my adjustable measuring spoon, the teaspoon. That. And it says 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now my daughter is not a big fan of salt, so I'm gonna just do a couple of grinds of some sea salt here. If I get a little bit of ricotta on them, it's okay because they're all going on that flatbread, right? Oops. I washed my table beforehand. So there we go. There's our veggies. Done. Let me get a little bit of that out of the way and I'll be right back. This back down to me because it's probably still hot because it just came out of the oven not too long ago. So we're next going to put our ricotta mixture on our flatbread here. Switch over to one of those spatulas. I want to get all that goodness out of this bowl. we're spreading in our ricotta. Trying to get most of the surface area, leaving a little outside crust happening. So it's kind of like a white pizza thing happening here. How about in the comments below for pizza? Do you prefer a white pizza or a traditional tomato sauce pizza? I usually do get the traditional tomato sauce, but I actually like the white pizza better because of the acid in the tomatoes. Give me heartburn pretty bad. So. All right. And now I'm gonna sprinkle my veggies around. See how colorful that looks? That's why I wanted to use the different color peppers and the leeks in there too, to give it some other colors going on. All right, so and now we're going to put it into the oven, again at 425, and let it bake for 8 to 10 minutes until it's nice and golden brown at the crust. And then we're gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes after that to let the filling set, and we will then cut into it and see what it looks like. So I'll be back with you after it comes out of the oven.